This is an ongoing question that comes up all the time, or a concern for people that, well, we're always looking to make our listing presentation better. I've got to make it better. Or some people even tell me, Dave, I don't even actually have a listing presentation. Can you help me with this? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right now, it doesn't really come down to this walking with a tablet or looking all slick. I'm going to tell you, it does walk in, or it is about the swagger that you bring to the table. Now, don't confuse swagger with cockiness, with I'm too big, I'm too important, look at my car in the driveway. It's none of that stuff. Look, you are a realtor. I'm not downplaying that. I'm just telling you, just remember, you're a realtor. You're there to help me. This is the biggest purchase or sale in this case, of my entire life right now. So again, you've got to walk in, you've got to have that swagger. You got to exude that confidence that I'm looking for. In fact, here are 3 keys that I want you to think about when you're trying to win that next listing presentation, when you're looking over what you are doing right now. Number 1, preparation. You need to be prepared. Make sure you do your research. Before you get to the house, figure everything you can about the neighborhood, where the schools, where the shopping, what's the transit like, but be prepared. Go and figure out your comps. Know exactly when you need to be there. Know exactly what time you need to be there. Show up on time. Do not show up 5 minutes late to say, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Or show up like right in the nick of time. Don't do that. Make it nice and smooth. Show them that you are professional. And again, show them that you are prepared. And don't forget to bring those assets with you, because it's not just about having that laptop. It's not just about having that tablet. It's not just about being the paperless agent that walks in with nothing. No. You're trying to win a deal here. You better walk in with those tools. And I'm going to tell you now, in our Momentum training series, we walk through the entire process of how to win the listing presentation. And I tell you exactly what those assets are. And in fact, I give you all sorts of creative ways to win the listing based on having those tools. So, well, you should get in touch with us about that. But that's number 1, preparation. Number 2 is all about listening and communication. So when you get there, look, this isn't about you talking the whole time. This isn't about, well, kind of like I do, where you talk the whole time. It's not about that. This is actually about you going in there and listening. Right? Actually let them speak. Find out what it is they're looking for. Find out about the motivation to move. Asking them open-ended questions. Questions that start with when, where, how, why, what. Get them talking. Figure out, dig for that need. Figure out exactly why. What is that motivation? Where are they going and why do they have to go there? What can you do to satisfy that need? So again, when you're listening and you're communicating properly, you can actually figure out, well, exactly why this is going down, and then when you serve that up, you give yourself a much better chance of winning. Now, the third thing is pretty straightforward. I mean, I'd say so, but knowledge, negotiation, again, this kind of goes back to number 1 with preparation, having the knowledge about everything that's going on in the area, right? But you want to show them that you know more. Remember, they don't know what you know. They don't know what we know. But we've got to go in there and we've got to show them that we know more, because we need them to give us their confidence to hire us. Now, the next thing is when they ask you to cut your commission. Remember this negotiation tactic. Do not cut your commission just because they asked you to cut your commission. That doesn't show that you had negotiation skills. What happens when somebody comes and lowballs the offer for the list price? Are you going to be the one to stand tall if you're cutting your commission off the first time they ask you to? Do not bite. Okay? Do not bite when they ask you to do that. Remember, this is a series of small, little yeses. So what you're ultimately trying to do is you're trying to communicate, you're trying to negotiate, you're trying to show them, you're trying to put your best foot forward, but you're trying to get them to say yes a whole bunch of times along the way. And so the more you're listening, the more you're repeating back to them, the more you're agreeing with them, the more you're sharing your knowledge with them and informing them and getting them to go, yes. Well, when you get to the end of the whole presentation and you know what you're going for that listing, well, what are we really going for? Ultimately, we're going for the big yes. So the more serious, or the more smaller yeses that they give you along the way, the easier it is to get you to the bigger yes. Those are your 3 steps to winning your next listing presentation.